We want to welcome everybody this morning to the first game of the morning here on track 2 at the Big O.
Treasure Valley Roller Girls taking on the Ole Rollers. Both teams played one bout yesterday. Treasure Valley came away with a win over Sac City.
Ole took their first defeat ever to Texas Roller Girls. Really.
They've played 10 times or something like that and had never lost to them.
It doesn't quite equal 10, but it's close.
Yeah.
And they never lost them. In fact, the first bout or game they ever played against Texas was actually a home team, the Hot Rod Honeys, in 2009. And I think Texas was vetting Ole because Ole was an up-and-coming sort of princess story team. And the Hot Rod Honeys came to take on Ole. And on the Hot Rod Honeys at the time, it was predominantly full of all-stars from the Texecutioners. They lost. Not Ole, but the Texecutioners.
And so began the run.
Yeah, and then that year they played against Texas in the final at championships. And Ole defeated Texas in 2009. The one time they actually were right, the cream of the crop, number 1, 2009 championships. They did a good job.
We'll give you a quick rundown here of the rosters. For the Treasure Valley Roller Girls, they are wearing the white with the pink accents. 1697, Ella Snow Fury. Number 19, Right At Ya. 1959, Demolition Barbie. Number 208, Idaho. 2517, Mia Wallops. 314, Lemon Harangue Die. 462, Dawn of the Shred. Number 5, Raggedy Annihilation. 514, Smack Skellington. 567, Gord Dame Savage. 630, Scarlet Danger. 66, that's Aurelia Spine. 8338, On a Highway to Hell. And 951, the Captain Sinister Kate.
And skating for the Ole Rollers, Cosa Nostra Donnas. Number 13, Chica Chula. Number 2, Sassy. 28, Blondin Bitchin'. 2X, Scare Her to Death. 3, Lil Tonka. 31, Reanimator. 4.0, One Smart Cookie. 50, Blasian Invasion. Just going by 50 today. 5150, Mad Medic. 52, Lindsay Loblo. 620, Ragin' Reg. 69, Killa Kelly. Number 7, Hockey Honey. 88, Geek Gwen, who we'll refer to as GG. And number 9, Tannibal Lecter.
So just about ready to get underway here. Day 2 of the Big O, getting ready to get started.
All of the games.
All of the games. All the derbies right here in Eugene. Right off the bat, give a big shout out to Emerald City for putting on this big tournament this year.
Yeah, and a fantastic turnout yesterday evening, even at the end of the day, the last games. Just tons of people in the house, in the audience. So fantastic that the fans are all here to support roller derby. I'm glad to be here. Just a reminder to the folks that might be listening at home, we are announcing in the house. So our play-by-play and conversation style might be a little different than if we were just doing the stream. So just doing a clarification on the rosters, ensuring that all the names listed and everything, numbers are correct, and then we will get started. I see you brought some fans with you from Boise, Idaho there, Candyman.
Nice little contingency made here. They have dubbed themselves Team No Responsibility.
I like it. I approve. Team No Responsibility. Oli fans in the house as well, doing the Oli, Oli, oi, oi, oi cheer over there in the corner. It's nice to have you here. Thanks for coming down from Oli and the surrounding areas. Oh, somebody thinks I'm pretty. Okay, I'm not going to say that on the microphone. A big thank you also to all the officials here today at the Big O and tomorrow and yesterday. We appreciate your presence. It takes an army, not just a wee amount of folks to have this happen. So it's always nice to have the referees, non-skating officials taking part in this and allowing this to happen for all the fans and for us, the announcers. It's a pleasure.
It really is. When you have a well-organized crew, it makes our job easier. All the hard work that they put into putting the rosters together, to communicating with us and giving us an idea of what's going on the track so we can relay it to the crowd here and those of you watching via the live stream. Looks like we got the thumbs up. We're all ready to go. Once again, Treasure Valley in the whites with the pink, Oli in the reddish fade to black. Idaho jamming for Treasure Valley.
Mad Medic 5150 donning the star on behalf of the Oli Rollers. She's going to bust through right after the pivot to become the lead jammer here. First jam of the morning for Oli Rollers versus Treasure Valley.
Idaho getting knocked to the ground right off the front. Reanimator now going chest to chest with Idaho. Idaho gets around her.
Mad Medic pulls around number 314, a lemon harangue die, and there goes Mad Medic for a 5-point scoring pass. First points now pulled down on the scoreboard for the Oli Rollers. Oli Rollers going into this looking for a win after their loss last night to the Texas Roller Girls. Scared to death, the pivot going in on the... She came from the inside line to take a hip check there on Idaho. Number 208, Lil Tonka, now headed to the penalty box for the Oli Rollers.
I think she picked up a multiplayer block, so she picks up the second penalty of the game. Sinister Kate got the first. She comes out of the penalty box for TVR.
Well, and penalties, as far as that go, the time amount definitively changed now with those 30-second penalties. So penalties, less of that kind of an issue for the extension of time. So then you have more skaters on the floor, presumably in a run at any given time.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed personally, scores have come down a little bit. There's more defensive play, and that just attributes to what you spoke about with more players being on the track. The one thing I thought might happen was we'd have more expulsions because more time on the track, more opportunity to accumulate penalties, but I haven't noticed that thus far this season.
I haven't either, actually. Lindsay Lowblow is the jammer for the Oli Roller. She's now headed to the penalty box for a cut track penalty. This creates an advantage for Treasure Valley.
And that's Dawn of the Shred giving the crowd a little love as she comes around. Lead jammer status for TVR in this power jam situation. 4-on-4 now on the pack as Dawn of the Shred pushing the issue to the front. Hockey Honey giving her a little shoulder check there. They're stuck at a standstill at turn 2.
Lil Tonka working with Killa Kelly up there at the front of the pack, trying to shut down Dawn of the Shred. I feel like I said that too nicely. Shouldn't it be Dawn of the Shred?
That's how we say it. So power jam over. Lindsay Lowblow back in the mix behind a wall of white in the back. Dawn of the Shred on a scoring run here with lead jammer status, but that is stripped from her as she picks up a cutting the track. So Lindsay Lowblow now on a power jam situation.
Dawn of the Shred joining on a highway to hell in the penalty box. 5-point scoring pass for Lindsay Lowblow, number 52 for the Oli Rollers. Encroaching on the back of the pack. Passive offense they're utilized. Killa Kelly now getting in the mix. Tannable is on the bench.
Scarlet.
Meyer. Thanks,
excuse-
Sassy.
Scarlet Danger and Goddamn Savage with some good two-person work up front there to knock Lindsay Loblow to the outside, recycling her back all the way to turn 2, but now Loblow getting out and picking up 5 points for the Ole Rollers.
It was a nice slip push as she slid right along the inside line to pull down those 5 points for the Ole Rollers. Kelly working with Gigi, Hockey Honey, Lil Tonka in the pack. Lindsay Loblow maintaining her inbounds position, pulling down 3 more points.
And 5 points there for Dawn of the Shred, getting rid of that goose egg on the board for TVR. That was a long 2-minute jam there, it seemed like.
Forever. Townwell Lecter now being fielded as the jammer on behalf of the Oldie Rollers, number 9, going up against Demolition Barbie, 1959 for Treasure Valley. Sassy, number 2 for the Oldie Rollers, is wearing the helmet cover pivot for the Oldie Rollers out at the front. Chica Chula easily identifiable by her mint green helmet.
No pack called on the track, but Barbie's still getting beat around. She picks up lead jammer, though, for Treasure Valley. Tannibal Lecter getting a nice little whip assist from Chica Chula.
Tannibal Lecter looking for an opportunity. She pulls through, however, it's called off by Treasure Valley. Demolition Barbie.
Yeah, it looks like she kind of got swallowed back up by that pack. Tannibal brings out the front of the pack there, and so Barbie does the right thing, calling it off. So just under 25 minutes to go. Ole Rollers 26, Treasure Valley 5, and Ella Snow Fury now jamming for Treasure Valley.
Mad Medic out on track, second time as the jammer for the Ole Rollers. She tries to inch around on the outside, pulling around on a highway to hell. She does get through, picks up lead jammer status for the Ole Rollers. Ooh, nice 3-wall in the back there. Mad Medic goes for a push through. 1 point, as indicated by Corexer.
Treasure Valley thought they had picked up the cutting the track there, but man, she was able to just dig her toe stop right on the line. We had a good view from it here, and she appeared to stay in bounds.
Fair enough. Sometimes we have the best position in the house.
Idaho up against Tannibal Lecter here for Treasure Valley. Tannibal Lecter, sneaky move on the inside. She picks up lead jammer right off the jam line.
Idaho pulling around Sassy. Sassy incurring an out-of-play penalty. She is headed to the penalty box. The pivot for the Ole Rollers. Tannibal Lecter, 4 points on the scoreboard, calling it off right before Idaho picks up some points for Treasure Valley.
I'd like to thank Ninkasi Brewery. Ninkasi, the official beer of the Emerald City Roller Girls. If you're at home and you still want to help sponsor after this bout, run down, grab yourself a 6-pack of Ninkasi.
Because it's never too early for Ninkasi.
It's noon somewhere.
No, it's noon, not 5. Demolition Barbie going in for the cut on Lindsay Loblow, who is jamming for the Ole Rollers.
Dawn of the Shred picking up lead jammer, but she's going to have to give the assist a highway to hell there as she rode out the jammer for Ole.
That was Lindsay Loblow, reanimator number 31, headed to the penalty box for the Ole Rollers. 5 points scoring pass for Dawn of the Shred.
And Dawn of the Shred sneaking around, picking up 5 more. That's 10 points on this jam. Lindsay Loblow getting harassed by Savage and Highway to Hell. Scarlet Danger comes in the mix now with a nice hip check.
Prior to that, Chica Chula, number 13 for the Ole Rollers, was aggressively going for the offensive play, trying to bust up that 2-wall in front for Treasure Valley, and then immediately went to defense as she watched Treasure Valley's jammer go forward.
As Lindsay Loblow now escaping her initial pass, but Dawn of the Shred on a third scoring attempt here. She hits that wall up front, takes a hip check, keeps going. She's going to push the issue out front, calling off the jam, and that's 3 more for Dawn of the Shred.
So the score currently sitting Treasure Valley 23, Ole Rollers 31. Market increase in the last couple of jams for Treasure Valley.
Yeah, Dawn of the Shred proving again why she is that go-to jammer right now for Treasure Valley. Putting a 14, she did get that extra 4th point there late, so big jam there for Shred.
So that does make the score change 24-31. Currently in favor of Ole. Hockey Honey working the back of the pack with Gigi, number 88.
Demolition Barbie out to the front there for Treasure Valley. Sinister Kate and Aurelia Spine teaming up to try and hold back Mad Medic, and Medic is able to break through with lead jammer, and Demolition Barbie now headed to the penalty box for a forearm, so a power jam situation here for the Ole Rollers.
Lil Tonka goes in for assist for Mad Medic. Mad Medic able to get through. She gets forced a little bit to the infield by number 5, Raggedy Annihilation.
Treasure Valley with 2 blockers out of bounds right now. Highway to Hell and Aurelia Spine coming back in, and now Mad Medic sneaks around Sinister Kate and Raggedy Annihilation for another 5-point pass for the Ole Rollers.
Formation of 4 up the front for Treasure Valley as Mad Medic attempts to bust through on the inside, switching up. She skirts around the outside, pulls down. 5 more points for Ole, calling it off. Right around noon, I'm going to visit the Wild Duck Cafe for fresh made sandwiches, salad, snacks, coffee, and whatever I want to drink, my favorite beverages. Visit the Lobby Grill for burgers, fries, hot dogs, chicken wraps, and more. Wild Duck Cafe.
Tannibal Lecter jamming again for Ole Rollers as Ella Snow Fury takes the star for Treasure Valley. Treasure Valley setting up the wall in the back. Ole Rollers had the wall up front, but now they've got Snow Fury stuck in the back. Both jammers getting up to the front. Lecter picking up lead jammer.
Says we're going with Kill Kill Chikachua up at the front to stave off 1697 Ella Snow Fury. Tannibal Lecter looking to evade and escape Scarlet Danger, number 630. She is making a play for the inside, actually taking down 8338 and a Highway to Hell.
And Tannibal Lecter picking up a 5-point scoring pass. Snow Fury still on her initial pass, and now she's got Chica Chula up front, and she gets around her as well as Sassy, and now clear of her initial.
Tannibal Lecter headed to the penalty box. This is a power jam for Treasure Valley. Huge takeout by 50 on Ella Snow Fury, quickly recovering. She then runs into the back of 50. Nice shove assist there for Sassy, the pivot for the Ole Rollers. Chikachula holding the front line. Kill Kelly now bridging the pack, but passive offense now by Treasure Valley. Oh.
Clockwise block called there on Sassy, so 4-on-3 pack advantage now for TVR as Snow Fury looking for any kind of breathing room she can find. Killa Kelly and Chica Chula, the last 2 lines of defense up front there. And now Snow Fury able to break through her initial pass. A full 30-second penalty kill there by the Ole Rollers.
Killa Kelly previously skating with Rat City, now skating for the Ole Rollers. Nice addition to the Ole Rollers. Tannibal Lecter attempting to get around the pivot on a Highway to Hell. She's gonna evade it. Did she get the points? She did. 4 points for Tannibal Lecter.
So 17 minutes to go. Ole Rollers up 55-29. And it looks like Reanimator is going to jam for the Ole Rollers. And Idaho out there for Treasure Valley.
And that's going to be Reanimator, number 31. First time donning the star. She picks up lead jammer status. Pulling through that pack, Hockey Honey. Getting stuck a little bit at the back. She looks for an opportunity to get through. She gets knocked around by number 66.
That's Aurelia Spine. As Reanimator on a scoring run here, Idaho still on an initial pass. She's got a couple of blondes to beat there.
Reanimator looking for an opportunity on the outside, getting stuck behind. Again, Aurelia Spine, number 66 for Treasure Valley.
Idaho getting knocked to the outside by Hockey Honey and Blonde as she recycles to the back. Reanimator circling around, picking up 3, 1, no pass, no penalty.
Hockey Honey spreading it out, knocking out Idaho. We're gonna have so 2 penalties there for Mater, number 31, for the Ole Rollers. Insubordination included in that.
Yeah, the new rules state that you must make an immediate attempt to get off the track, as the Idaho now picks up a cutting the track, so she'll go to the penalty box. That should cut down Reanimator's penalty to now 30 seconds, right?
Yes, correct.
So Idaho sits, gets back up, she rejoins the pack.
Those 30 seconds don't take very long, however. Idaho getting knocked to the infield. Reanimator now back on the track. The jam before the Ole Rollers looking for an assist from Sassy as she skirts through. She is going to score 4 points.
Some great offensive blocking on display right there by Ole Rollers. They were able to maintain Idaho in the back as well as go out and clear some holes for Reanimator there late in the pack. So looks like we have possibly no timeout. We had both coaches in the middle of the track asking a question, wasn't sure what was going on. Dawn of the Shred jamming for Treasure Valley.
Mad Medic, Darting Star, on behalf of the Ole Rollers. Both teams now clearly working those defensive walls. Tannibal Lecter at the front working Chica Chula. Tannibal Lecter goes in for a hit. She goes for the shove assist out of bounds. We're going to have lead jammer sets to Treasure Valley. Dawn of the Shred.
And that wall of white in the back, that's Smack, Skellington, God Dame Savage, Highway to Hell, and Scarlet Danger just harassing Mad Medic, as Dawn of the Shred with lead jammer status picking up 5 points. And now a cutting the track on the Ole Rollers and Mad Medic. So Dawn of the Shred now in a power jam situation.
Dawn of the Shred attempting to go around number 7, Hockey Honey, then running into the pivot, scared to death, 2X. She's going to be forced to allow her to go. That's 5 points for Treasure Valley's Dawn of the Shred. Some reinforcements here for Ole. Jump of the apex by Tannibal Lecter. She goes to the infield. She comes back. She gets stuck behind Scarlet Danger, 630.
Imagine that, Scarlet Danger putting on a defensive clinic there.
Quickly to the line, Treasure Valley. I'll race out to put themselves in position here to support Demolition Barbie, who is jamming for Treasure Valley. Tannibal Lecter going to don the star on behalf of the Ole Rollers.
At just 21 points separating these two teams now. And a good competitive bout here early on. This is, it's a great showing this early, day 2 of the Big O for both teams. It's hard to play at 9 in the morning.
Nice work by Lemon Harangai, 3-1-4. She's just staying on top of Tannibal Lecter. Tannibal Lecter now struggling to get through and force her way through. And multiplayer being
Raggedy Annihilation picking up that multiplayer block as Tannibal Lecter now able to break through with lead jammer status.
Blonde and Bitchin, number 28, also headed to the penalty box. Blonde and Bitchin back from a hiatus to the Ole Rollers this season. Lil Tonka, number 3, also making her way to the penalty box. We want to encourage you to purchase raffle tickets. 1 ticket for $1, 6 tickets for $5, $10 length of nose to finger. Wow, I feel like a referee. $20 for the height of a person. Find the tallest person. I recommend Biggie Talls.
That was my suggestion as well.
There will be 2 baskets raffled off both Saturday night and Sunday night. One geared towards skaters, the other towards fans. And the grand prize includes 2 RollerCon MVP passes, highly coveted.
Yeah, those are sold out, by the way. So there goes Idaho. Oh, picks up a cutting the track penalty. I thought she had broken free.
That lead jammer now assessed 2, scared to death, 2X for the Ole Rollers. Reanimator now headed to the penalty box. Blonde and Bitchin being released after she spends 30 seconds there. Reanimator is the pivot for Ole.
On a highway to hell gets a out of play call, so she goes to the penalty box. And now a 3-on-3 pack. At our vantage point here, sitting at turn 4, it's hard to see turn 2, but now just 2 blockers on the track for the Treasure Valley Roller Girls. Oh, Scarlet Danger with a big shoulder. And Scare It to Death calls it off.
From the floor.
From her backside.
10 minutes left here. Remember, if you are listening from your homes and on the internet, Candyman and I are limited in what we can break down, as we're also calling for the house, so it changes things just a little bit. We don't want to be coaching from the mic. That would be negative.
Yeah, those skaters get a little angry if we say too much. Dawn of the Shred now jamming for Treasure Valley. No pack is called, excuse me, and that leaves Chica Chula to break through for lead jammer.
I believe first time that she's worn the star here for Ole. That's a 5-point pass that worked out in her favor. Chica Chula not skating in the bout against Texas last night, so making a run here today. First bout of the morning, Treasure Valley and the Ole Rollers. Out of play warning, and now that out of play penalty being assessed to number 66, Aurelia Spine.
Dawn of the Shred now able to break through her initial pass as Chica Chula calls it off just as Dawn of the Shred coming around to meet the pack again. 4 points there at the end for Chica Chula.
Once all the vendors set up, ready to go, we really do want to encourage you to go shopping, spend some cash, support the vendors who support Emerald City and support Roller Derby. Big thank you to Arm, Rose, Bont, Bruise Skate, Noose, Fast Girl Skate, Fingers Duke, Flat Track Revolution.
Demolition Barbie now jamming for Treasure Valley. Scare It to Death jamming for the Ole Rollers.
Scared to Death previously having a whole lot of success. She's pulling through, taking that coveted spot as the lead jammer. Oh, cut. Was that a cut track or forearm? It is a cut track penalty. Power jam for 2X Scare It to Death with a 5-point scoring pass. That is going to bring the Ole Rollers closer to the 100 mark at 94. Treasure Valley currently at 42.
Little momentum shift here for Ole Rollers as they've maintained control of the game the last few jams here, spreading out that lead. Treasure Valley had it down to 21 points. And now out of play called, and Scara calls off the jam, picking up another 5-finger special.
Nice use of a little spiral waterfall maneuver there as they all just sort of work together and move on out, dragging it out as they slow down Scare It to Death.
So 7 minutes to go here in the first period. 99 for the Ole Rollers in the red and black. 42 for Treasure Valley in the white with pink accents.
Hannibal Lecter looking for an opportunity. She gets a little bit of an option. Sassy now clearing the way for Hannibal Lecter, lead jammer for the Ole Rollers.
Talked a little bit about TVR's aggressive schedule this year as they've traveled to California and taken on Santa Cruz and Bay Area. And then here at the Big O, taking on Ole Rollers today, and tomorrow we'll play Rose City. Clockwise block called there on Sassy, so she goes to the penalty box. Demolition Barbie now breaking through her initial pass. And a back block on Hannibal Lecter, so now power jam situation for Demolition Barbie. No lead jammer, that is lost. And now it's all Barbie to cut into this lead.
Destruction of pack penalty being assessed to Aurelia Spine. She heads back to the penalty box. Reanimator going after number 5, Raggedy Annihilation. Now kind of a standstill. Killikilly, number 69, Lindsay Lobel, number 52, and 31, Reanimator working in the pack for the Ole Rollers. Raggedy Annihilation working with Lemon Harangue Die. They're at the back.
Yeah, a bit of a micro pack out there right now is just 2 blockers for Treasure Valley. And Demolition Barbie now breaks through with 5 points.
It just got considerably louder in the venue.
Yeah, track 3 is getting ready to start up, so it's going to get loud here in this venue hall as Hannibal Lecter now out of the penalty box, mixing it up in the pack. She makes quick work of it, breaks through for 4 points. Again, no lead jammer here, so we will go the full 2 minutes.
Oh, huge takedown. Hannibal Lecter to the infield. We're going to get a forearm penalty now assessed to the jammer for Treasure Valley. 1959, Demolition Barbie.
She kind of had her arms wrapped around the blocker there. Looks like she may have used it to hold the blocker into position as she was attempting to go around. So a forearm penalty there. Power jam start here for Scare to Death.
Chikachula, Blonde and Bitchin', and Lil Tonka then holding the back there. Nice work, though, in the pack, though. Scarlet Danger, but of course,
we would expect nothing less. Scara out as lead jammer now on a scoring run. She goes hard into Goddamn Savage, and that's going to be a low block on Scara. So she'll make the trip around the outside. And right now we have a jammerless jam.
Demolition Barbie was standing up. She's already back in the action. Blonde Bitchin' noticed she was coming back in, tries to stay out in front of her. Nice movement there to the front of the pack by Blonde Bitchin'. Reanimator working as the pivot there for the Ole Rollers. Lil Tonka, Chikachula now going in for a sternum check on Demolition Barbie, working side by side with Lil Tonka. Lil Tonka goes for a shove assist out of bounds. It is going to work in her favor. Lil Tonka now racing back to the back of the pack. Reanimator juxtaposed there against the pivot for Treasure Valley.
Barbie was so close on that outside line. She had her toe stops where she wanted it, just lost her balance ever so slightly and had to put a hand down out of bounds, and smartly did the right thing and recycled herself as Reanimator comes in and puts a shoulder on Barbie.
Blonde Bitch number 28 now going to sit down in the penalty box for the Ole Rollers.
And we've got some whistle confusion going on right here. We do have 2 tracks side by side, so sometimes the whistles get a little confusing.
Reanimator hitting the penalty box pivot for the Ole Rollers. Lil Tonka Chikachula just trying to hang on defensively to Demolition Barbie. Demolition Barbie trying to just force her way around Lil Tonka working on that hold on the sternum. Star pass has been completed.
Yeah, Demolition Barbie just running out a little bit of gas there, hands the star off to Highway to Hell, her pivot, and the jam comes to a natural end, the end of the 2 minutes. And so we will reset here just under the 2-minute mark. Ole Rollers 119, Treasure Valley 55.
Wow.
It's echoey in here.
I have to say, what a nice way to start my morning. Isn't Derby always a nice way to start the morning?
It's a nice way to spend a weekend, that's for sure, especially in Eugene, as Idaho out there jamming for Treasure Valley.
Up against Mad Medic, 5150. Mad Medic breaking free, picking up lead jammer status for the Oli Rollers. Tannibal Lecter working with Blonda Bitchin'. Blonda Bitchin' goes for a hit on Idaho. Tannibal Lecter goes in for a sternum check. Reanimator now taking a tumble to the inside of the track. We're getting a back block penalty. I'm trying to figure out who's this assessed to. That's on Reanimator, the back block. Pivot for Oli. Hockey Honey also staring down Idaho. Tannibal Lecter going in for a sternum run. Idaho. Blonda Bitchin' attempting to bridge that pack. Idaho trying to evade Tannibal Lecter. Tannibal Lecter taking a little bit of the spill on the straightaway.
Idaho breaks through her initial pass, but Mad Medic able to break out, pick up 4 points, and call the jam off. And we're going to have to get a little bit of clarification here because Reanimator went to the penalty box and then was removed from the penalty box. So we're not going to speculate as to what happened. We got a timeout on the track. We'll let them clear it out.
So, not speculating on what's happening on the track right now. The points spread right now does not actually hurt Treasure Valley. Treasure Valley ranked at 48, is that right?
48th in the WFTDA rankings, Oli coming in ranked number 12.
So it works out in Treasure Valley's favor, actually, even with point differential, because they're playing such a higher ranked team currently. And with that system, that ranking system and the algorithm, this actually works out well for Treasure Valley.
And I think that's why Treasure Valley wasn't afraid to take on this challenging of a schedule this year. As I said, playing the Bay Area, playing Oli, playing Rose. Because even if they do lose, it still will potentially help their rankings as long as they play a competitive bout.
Yeah, and absolutely. They're aggressively going after pushing themselves higher into a division. So I have a lot of respect for that. Having a little bit of a conversation about potential reckless conduct. No penalties are going to be assigned, but the referees meeting to discuss the potential dangers in that.
Okay. Well, what we do know is Reanimator is not on the bench now. And Chica Chula now jamming for the Oli Rollers.
Chica Chula looking to burst through at the front there. She does it.
Dawn of the Shred jamming for Treasure Valley. She's got one player to beat. That's number 69, Killa Kelly. And Dawn of the Shred able to get around and complete her initial pass. Highway to Hell with a nice hit on Chica Chula, knocking her outside. And that's going to give Dawn of the Shred a chance. And Shred comes in and takes a shot from Tannibal Lecter.
Tannibal Lecter goes in for a whip assist for Chica Chula. Chica Chula pulling down 4 points. Killa Killa now working and bridging that pack as Scared to Death now moving back. And really Oli doing a nice job with attacking this offensive, helping their jammer through the pack. Stylistically, a little bit of a difference here.
Yeah, it's good to see some offensive play being made out there.
And we are
So looks like we've come to halftime here. Ole Rollers 128, Treasure Valley 59. Not out of the realm of possibilities here. I've seen Treasure Valley come back from a 90-point deficit at halftime before, so anything's still possible here. This is not a done deal.
No, absolutely, and they're holding their own. They're a formidable team just in essence, and they have a really strong pattern of working together. So taking some time, momentum, having a little bit of a discussion during halftime, I definitively think this is a good move for Treasure Valley.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a 10-minute break here as we're down to under 9 minutes here. Spider and I will be right back. All right. We are plugged back in, back ready to go as Kansas City and Texas doing their final warm-ups here. I'm assuming they are up next on this track.
Now there's a rivalry. No kidding. Back in the day.
Yeah, they've played each other a time or two.
Only once or twice, or maybe hundreds. So going into this, Reanimator number 31 did take 7 trips to the box, so she left the bench, will not be joining us in the second half, because that happens, you foul out, as everyone here knows. And so Ole's sitting on top of 24 minutes in the penalty box. Treasure Valley on 17.
Well, let's clarify, 12 and a half minutes.
Oh, fair enough.
Fair enough.
That's true. I just,
It's hard to
out
get-
of my own brain, sorry, cut it in half, 12 and a half.
24 penalties for Ole, 17 for Treasure Valley.
Right.
Treasure Valleys are pretty spread out. Only one skater looks like with 3 or more. Ole with 3 players with 3 or more. Oops.
Yeah, we're all doing well.
Math is hard.
We're being corrected for our math skills. Oops.
All right, looks like we are just about ready to start this second period here. We'll reset you. Treasure Valley 59, Ole Rollers 128. And on the line for the ladies in white from Boise, Idaho, that's Idaho.
And Mad Medic 5150 for the Ole Rollers.
Again, Ole in the red and black. Treasure Valley in the white with pink.
It's really interesting from this vantage point. It really looks like Treasure Valley blocker having direct conversation with Mad Medic. I'm fairly certain she was communicating with the blockers right next to her, but she's looking straight at Mad Medic.
Nice back wall by Treasure Valley. Scarlet Danger putting Mad Medic on her backside. Idaho stretching the issue out front, and she picks up lead jammer here in the first jam of the second period.
Idaho now attempting to get around number 88, Gigi, a.k.a. Geek Win. A newer addition, has a lot of experience in the hockey arena.
Treasure Valley squeaking 1 point out of that jam. Idaho says, I'll take it.
Tandem Lectern, heavy jammer rotation in the first half. Looks like heading in that direction here in the second. Putting on the star for the Ole Rollers against Donna the Shred, 462 for Treasure Valley.
Treasure Valley really putting themselves kind of on the map, per se, last season with their run at D2, taking on Bruce City, Omaha, and beating Sin City to come away with 3rd place in that tournament. So those of us who've watched them, this isn't a big surprise. They play a hard-fought bout, and this is good to see them go toe-to-toe with Ole.
Ole, a largely different roster than previously seen historically. Tannibal Lecter, obviously a mainstay for the Ole Rollers, making her way through for a 5-point scoring pass on that initial picking up lead. Sassy Lindsay Loblo, Chica Chula at the front, Hockey Honey there in the back. Hockey Honey, she's just taking a gander at the back.
Scarlet Danger with a ride out of Tannibal Lecter at turn 4 here. Pulls her all the way back to the back straightaway. Scarlet goes for another hit, and Tannibal Lecter goes ahead and calls it off. She wanted 4, but she's awarded 3. And now Ole Rollers 136 to Treasure Valley's 60.
Chica Chulo once again at the line for the Ole Rollers, number 13 against Idaho, number 208 for Treasure Valley. Backing it up close to the jammer line, all 4 blockers for Treasure Valley.
Yeah, empty penalty box here. It's not something we're accustomed to seeing, but Idaho stuck in the back, as is Chica Chula. Both jammers fighting for position as they come around turn 2. Chica Chula up to the front, but there's a wall of white waiting for her.
2-wall defense being effective there for at least a half of the track by Gigi and Blonde Ambition. Chica Chula now attempting to skirt around number 66, Aurelia Spine. Bridge held by Scared to Death and Gigi. Lil Tonka putting on a positional block. Idaho evading her. She gets shut down by Gigi, number 88, as Chica Chula picks up lead jammer status. Oh, Scared to Death narrowly misses Idaho.
Idaho with a nice little shoulder fake there and able to squeeze around the outside. As she comes around on the inside of turn 2, tries a pirouette, gets knocked to the inside. The jam is called, but not before 3 points for the Ole Rollers. Want to thank Fast Girl Skates, our Track 2 scoreboard sponsor. As we look at the Fast Girl Skates scoreboard, Ole Rollers 139, Treasure Valley 60, just under 26 minutes to go.
Fast Girl Skates, the first brick and mortar store in the Pacific Northwest, located in the fantastically beautiful Seattle, Washington. Although I might be a little biased as far as that goes. Tannibal Lecter again, she's donning the star on behalf of the Ole Rollers. We do have a release from the penalty box, 6-3-0, Scarlet Danger.
4-on-4 on the pack, and Tannibal Lecter finds the inside line and picks up lead jammer. Dawn of the Shred is knocked out by Hockey Honey at turn 1, as Shred will reset, and Tannibal will go on a scoring run, and she'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Killa Kelly and Hockey Honey with beautiful work together as they hold off Treasure Valley's jammer. Another 5-point pass for Tannibal Lecter. Sassy the pivot holding the inside. Lindsay Loblo going in for an assist. Tannibal Lecter able to get through of her own volition.
Ole there on that jam, it looked like they'd kind of split their blockers, 2 in the back, 2 in the front, so they've dedicated 1 or 2 to help offensively, leaving the other 2 to play defense, and it's working thus far for them.
Yeah, I would agree with that assessment. The 2 in the back running that defensive wall, 2 stationed in the front. In that case, it was Lindsay Loblo and Sassy waiting for the offensive play so they can drop back and assist their jammer through the pack.
Idaho back out there for Treasure Valley, and that's Mad Medic for the Ole Rollers picking up lead jammer.
Oh, nice force out there by Scared to Death pivot on the far straightaway on Idaho. Mad Medic trying to force her way around. Mad Medic has she's got a slight frame, and she uses that to her benefit as she can just sort of wiggle and find that window. Oh, but look, she's gonna incur
looks like
an
a
elbow.
Forearm penalty she picked up. So now Idaho in a power jam situation. Raggedy Annihilation comes to clean out a blocker. Idaho gets to the front. Chica Chula gives her a hip check, knocks her to the inside, and now Idaho's going to have to reset.
Nice work there by Aurelia Spine as she goes in. Lil Tonka was moving back to try to shut down Idaho, and Aurelia Spine said, I'm I'm sorry, no.
Your ride ends here. Idaho trying to push up front. That's scared to death.
And Geek Gwen Gigi, number 88 for the Ole Rollers. Oh, forced out there on Little Tonga, number 3 by 951 Sinister Kate.
And Idaho able to finally clear her initial pass, not lead jammer though, and that took the whole 30 seconds of that penalty for Idaho to clear her initial pass, but nonetheless, she is out and scoring points as Chica Chula and Gigi ride her to the inside of turn 1.
Well, and an effective move there by Ole, really running out the penalty for their jammer, just waiting for her to be able to get back in there into play. Working out for them, 5-point pass for Mad Medic, 51-54, the Ole Rollers. Lil Tonka working with Chica Chula there at the front.
And now Sinister Kate with the star on her helmet after the star pass. And she breaks around and does pick up 3 points there at the end for Treasure Valley. So Ole now taking their lead up by 100, 160 to Treasure Valley's 60. As we come under 22 minutes to go.
You know, you can purchase a shout out there for sale at the Thrive vendor booth by the Big O merch booth. They're only $1 to have a personal shout out over the loudspeaker on track 1.
Just ask that you keep it somewhat clean. We have the right to edit.
Well,
but
then it
buy
would,
your shout outs.
It could be dear, bleep, 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 yada, yada, yada.
Go home. Dawn of the Shred with out front with Mad Medic. Oh no, excuse me, 52. That's Lindsay Lowblow. Lead jammer for Lindsay Lowblow. Dawn of the Shred still inside the pack.
Scarlet Danger out of play penalty assessed to her. She heads to the penalty box for Treasure Valley. Lindsay Lowblow then available to pick up the lead jammer position. She's now being forced to the infield by number, I wanted to say 5'5", and that's not wrong, or not right. Lindsay Lowblow, number 52, pulling down 5 more points for the Ole Rollers. It's going to bring their score to 165.
And cutting the track picked up there, Aurelia Spine with a quick move to the back. Lindsay Lowblow will go to the penalty box. On a highway to hell now jamming. She takes a shot from Tannibal Lecter. Highway to hell started as the pivot, now is the active jammer.
On a highway to hell, attempting to get around the wall of Tana and Sassy. And Scared to Death goes in for an escort out of bounds on a highway to hell. Cut, oh, no pass, no penalty. Blocking out of play. Or, I'm sorry, direction of gameplay penalty on Scared to Death, heads to the penalty box.
Cutting the track, called on Killa Kelly. She goes to the penalty box. Highway to hell, can't get away out of the straightaway. And that's going to end the 2-minute jam. But 5 points is put on the board for Lindsay Lowblow and the Ole Rollers. We've got a battle of the crowds out there as the TVR and Ole chants mix.
It's the war of the chants. 51-50, initially attempted to go in the inside lane, getting just shut down by Lemon Harangue Die, 314.
Sinister Kate comes in with a little assistive block, and that's going to give Ella Snow Fury lead jammer for Treasure Valley.
Tannibal Lecter headed back to the penalty box. She's sitting on top of 4 trips. Killa Kelly now released, number 69 for the Ole Rollers, Mad Medic. Getting a little bit of an assist there by Geek Gwen. Geek Gwen pushing out of bounds. 1697, Ella Snow Fury.
Raggedy Annihilation thought she had drawn the cutting the track there, but Mad Medic able to jump back out of bounds, but now Mad Medic goes to the penalty box for a low block, so Ella Snow Fury puts 5 points on the board, and now she realizes she's in a power jam situation, so she's going to keep going. Tannibal Lecter meets her at the back of the pack, but Snow Fury's got all of her offensive blockers there to help, and a cutting the track picked up by Ella Snow Fury, so we'll have a little musical jammer in the penalty box.
Call that the jammer do-si-do. Quick turnaround here. Ella Snow Fury taking his seat. That releases Mad Medic. Killikelly, Tannibal Lecter holding that line. GG scared to death, 2x the pivot. And Mad Medic clearing through on the initial pass.
Mad Medic comes in hard again and picks up another low block, so she returns to the penalty box. Ella Snow Fury out of the penalty box for Treasure Valley as the power jams now switch in favor of TVR. And that's going to be the end of the jam. 2 more points for Ella Snow Fury.
Just a reminder to all skaters, if you are on skates, you need to be in full gear when you're on the track.
Full gear.
Full. F-U-L-L, full.
That includes your helmet.
Indeed. Oh, not just on the track, everywhere in the building. Okay, so anybody on skates, full gear everywhere, whole building, the kit and caboodle.
Put it all on or take the skates off. That's the message here. Idaho jamming for Treasure Valley as she gets to the front. This was a power start for Treasure Valley, and Idaho's got Chica Chula to beat. Idaho digging those toe stops in, putting her murder sticks to good use as she breaks through. A lead jammer, Idaho.
Mad Medic forced out of bounds by Scarlet Danger. Scarlet Danger now working with On a Highway to Hell. Oh, huge. Force the infield on Mad Medic. And Mad Medic loses her jammer helmet cover, so she has to go back in and retrieve it.
Idaho on a scoring run, stuck at the front there of turn 1.
It's Chica Chula, Blonde, and Bitchin'. And Lindsay Lowblow, number 52.
Idaho recycled by Lindsay Lowblow on the inside, as now we've got a scrum at turn 1. That's Hockey Honey. She's got the star in her hand as she breaks through, clears the pack, and dons the star. Not lead jammer, that is Idaho, and so Idaho calls off the jam, and she picks up a 5-finger special.
Also, be kind to the volunteers and staff and the officials as we're all volunteering our time. And so, be nice to us.
Nobody's earning a paycheck.
What? I'm leaving.
Oh.
I'm always the last one to know.
You're not getting paid for this?
In love.
In love.
In
We
love.
love Miss Spider. Demolition Barbie jamming for the Treasure Valley Roller Girls. And for the Ole Rollers.
That's Tannibal Lecter, number
Okay.
9. Really, her whole person was completely obscured by skaters for like a quarter of the track. Pretty amazing.
And officials and everything. We were blocked. Tannibal now meeting the pack on a scoring pass. Gets a little assist there from Sassy, picking up 5 points. Demolition Barbie trying to find an avenue to clear out. Raggedy Annihilation looking to offer some assistance.
It was kind of beautiful there. Sassy and Lil Tonka went together and it looked like synchronized skating. Tannibal Lecter just getting shut down. We're going to have, power jam for Tannibal Lecter. Forearm assessed to Treasure Valley's
Demolition Barbie going to the penalty box. Tannibal Lecter with 5 more points on that last scoring pass, now eyeing the pack. She goes to the outside, cuts it back to the middle, looks for an avenue on the outside, a nice little pirouette around, and
Tana Lecter putting her hands to her hips, stopping momentarily, asking the question, am I the lead jammer? As it turns out, she was the lead jammer.
She was looking for the jam ref to point at her, and once jam ref pointed at her, yes, you're a lead, she says, okay.
Nice shift up here. Power start for the Oli Rollers.
4-on-4 in the pack. Hockey Honey here with the star on her helmet as she goes back and forth on the jam line.
Hockey Honey doing a juke to the right. Nice reformation there at the front by Treasure Valley, just staying on top of Hockey Honey. Number 7 for the Oli Rollers. Nice bridge there, formulated by Treasure Valley's pivot. And Hockey Honey pushing through on the inside for lead jammer status.
Scarlet Danger picking up a multiplayer block. She goes to the penalty box for a 30 seconds. Demolition Barbie comes out of the penalty box as she gets knocked out at turn 3. Hockey Honey now on another scoring run. She meets Savage and Highway to Hell, and Highway to Hell draws the cut on Hockey Honey. And now a power jam for Demolition Barbie as she looks to get out of the pack. Chica Chula with a side swipe, and now a cutting the track on Demolition Barbie.
It's like jammer solidarity is. They grin at each other for the cutting the track penalty. Hockey Honey released. Mere seconds, she'll be in a power jam. And that's 5 points for her while she's in that power jam. Demolition Barbie now released from the penalty box. Chica Chula, Kill Kelly. Blonde and Bitchin' at the back of the back. Hockey Honey with a force out on Demolition Barbie. 1959.
A good heads up there by the Oli blockers. Saw Hockey Honey knock Barbie out. Hockey Honey kept going. The blockers pulled back to recycle Demolition Barbie.
And Lindsay Loblow was the one that moved forward to sort of, well, not sort of, to create an opportunity for Hockey Honey.
As now Hockey Honey up against that wall of white up front. Demolition Barbie in the back with Chica Chula and number 52, Lindsay Loblow, as they are putting on a two-person blocking clinic here at the back of the pack. Hockey Honey at the front of the pack going up against Highway to Hell, but Hockey Honey picks up 5 more for the Oli Rollers. Well, let's talk about Sizzle Pie.
It's ironic because I was just eyeing that.
Sizzle Pie at the corner of Broadway and Willamette. Death to false pizza at the Sizzle Pie. Sounds delicious.
And dangerous if you're false pizza.
Sinister Kate riding Tannibal Lecter to the outside, but Dawn of the Shred picks up a back block penalty, so she goes to the penalty box. That's going to put Tannibal in a power jam situation as she leans on the back of Aurelia Spine.
Scared to death, gets pushed out. She then goes in for an assist. Tannibal Lecter getting shut down there by two wall at the front. Can't maintain her balance. Oh, and Mistrals indicating a cut track penalty on Tannibal Lecter. She is headed to the penalty box. And Donna the Shred already standing up.
She gets released by the officials in the penalty box, and now Dawn of the Shred on a power jam. 4 blockers out there for both teams. As Dawn of the Shred goes outside, comes back inside. Sassy's assessed an out-of-play penalty, so Dawn of the Shred breaks through. Highway to Hell also going to the penalty box, so now a 3-on-3 in the pack. And Dawn of the Shred on a scoring run.
And 8.5 minutes, and Sassy's sitting on quite a bit of penalty time. Tannibal Lecter pulling through initial pass for the Oli Rollers. Lil Tonka and Gigi at the front trying to force Dawn of the Shred to the infield. Hannibal Lecter for a 5-point scoring pass for the Ole Rollers. GG pushing through on the inside. Blocker getting Aurelia Spine went in for her.
Hey, if you're hanging out here at the Big O in Eugene, there is a TV in the Wild Duck Cafe between track 1 and track 2 all day long. So if you need a beverage, need to sit down, you can still watch all the action of track 1 on the big screen TV.
It puts you in the power seat.
The power seat.
Oh, Idaho pushing through to take lead jammer status for Treasure Valley.
Treasure Valley needing that lead jammer status as Chikachulu also out as Idaho comes in with a barrel of speed, calls it off. We'll see what they give. 3 points to Chikachula, 2 points to Idaho. So a point advantage there for Ole, not lead jammer, but coming away with 1 extra point.
Yeah, just not calling it off quite quickly enough. Chikachula able to get in past the hips of 3 opposing skaters for that 3-point pass. Oh, sort of a change-up here. Ole Roller sending in 1 smart cookie. You'll see a 40 on the back of her jersey, but
Well,
it's 4.0 because she's 1 smart cookie.
She's 1 smart cookie, and she's got some fast feet, too, as she jabs in and out. She gets knocked to the inside. Sinister Kate pulls her all the way back. Dawn of the Shred breaking through for lead jammer for Treasure Valley.
1 smart cookie, still attempting to get through on her initial pass. Ole Roller's going in for some defensive action. 1 smart cookie, clearing the pack on the initial. Lil Tonka, oh, pile up, Gigi.
Gigi with a great block there early to spring 1 smart cookie, and then comes in and forces the call off on Dawn of the Shred. As we've come down to just under 6 minutes, Ole Rollers 203, Treasure Valley 83. As Treasure Valley now hands the star over to Ella Snow Fury.
Is it too early to talk about dancing? Never.
Never.
Cowfish Dance Club and Lounge, 62 West Broadway, with great cocktails and daily drink specials. The Cowfish. Lindsay Lobo, number 52, the pivot, getting recycled to the back of the pack. Chikachula picking up lead jammer status for the Ole Rollers, 50. Also getting pushed to the infield for Ole, and we do have 5-on-5 in play currently.
Demolition Barbie out there blocking with Highway to Hell and Scarlet Danger. Now Savage gets a shot on Chikachula. Barbie tries to hit Chikachula. Chikachula breaking through, picks up 5 points. Ella Snow Fury still in the pack. She's got that wall of red up front to deal with.
Hannibal Lecter. It's really interesting as they all face the other direction, as they're all in this stance, looking at the pack.
Ella
It's
Snow
very
Fury.
predatory in nature.
Yes. No points there for Snow Fury. 3 points awarded to Ole Rollers. We've got just 4 minutes left to go.
And 1 smart cookie, second time in this game, second time at the line, going up against Idaho, number 208 for Treasure Valley. Pack advantage in favor of the Ole Rollers. Blonde and Bitchin', Gigi scared to death using that defensive move.
No, I have to go to Sunny's singing recital. My son has a singing recital in Olympia, so we have to get out. He's like, are you out? And I was like, no, I have to. I'll look for that.
Lead jammer, number 40.
1 smart cookie.
Idaho breaking through her initial pass as 1 smart cookie gets to the front of the pack.
1 smart cookie pulling through, calling it off with 4 points on the scoreboard for the Ole Rollers. 3 minutes, 21 seconds left in this half. the final half.
Dawn of the Shred donning the star for Treasure Valley, and Mad Medic out there for the Ole Rollers.
And following this bout on track 2, which is what we're currently on, will be Texas Roller Girls versus KC Roller Warriors.
Mad Medic picking up lead jammer for the Ole Rollers. Dawn of the Shred with 2 blockers to beat. That's Tannibal. And number 52, Lindsay Lowblow. Dawn of the Shred able to break through, but Mad Medic also busting through and picking up 4 points for the Rollers from Olympia, Washington. We come up on the 2-minute warning here. 2:19 Ole Rollers, 83 for Treasure Valley. Back out there for the Ole Rollers. That's one Smart Cookie wearing number 40. And for Treasure Valley, she wears 208. That's Idaho.
Oh, one Smart Cookie trying to juke to the the right around Lemon Harangue Die. Lemon Harangue Die just maintains that position out in front of her. Then she gets infielded. Blonde and Bitchin' tries to stay on top of Treasure Valley's jammer. Sassy going in for a hit, and then a hammer and nail by Blonde and Bitchin', number 28, taking Idaho to the center of the track.
One Smart Cookie back out to the front. She's got Raggedy Annihilation and Aurelia Spine to beat. Idaho in the back gets a little help from Lemon Harangue Die, as Raggedy's going to recycle one Smart Cookie all the way back to turn 3. And now one Smart Cookie back into the back of the pack. A white wall for Treasure Valley back there as Idaho up to the front. Looks to give a little shoulder check. Both jammers now struggling for space as both defenses really putting the clamps down on the jammers. Neither jammer can break through, but now one Smart Cookie goes to the outside. But there's Treasure Valley filling that gap.
And the period clock and the jam clock are just 1 second difference, so running out of time here pretty quickly. And just a clarification, Sassy, number 2 for Ole, did leave the track, but she did not foul out.
Kid obligations.
Yeah, she's on a mission.
She's got to go watch her kids perform.
Yes. A performance in Ole, so she has to get back there on time. We are going to have one Smart Cookie bust through the pack. That's just her initial pass. Idaho calling it off, and that'll be 1 point, I think, for Idaho. And I believe this brings us to, I'm just waiting. I don't want to jump the gun. Things could go awry.
Well, you mentioned it before. There was 1 second difference. So the question becomes now for the officials to answer, did they... Coach Beastwood wants an explanation on the end of the clock here. He thinks he might have been able to squeeze a timeout in there, so the officials are conferring. No timeout is awarded there, so this will be a unofficial final here. 2:19 Ole, Treasure Valley 84. Want to make sure we thank the officials, non-skating officials, and of course Emerald City for putting on this wonderful tournament once again.
So the victory goes to the Ole Rollers.
Good bounce back win for Ole as they took a hard loss last night against Texas. They came out determined, played a good game, as did Treasure Valley. The score doesn't reflect. Treasure Valley competed this whole game.
They did. And a huge congratulations to them. I know all the fans coming trackside for Treasure Valley Roller Girls.
Those of you fans of Treasure Valley, they will play again tomorrow on track 3 at 4:30. Excuse me. I got to get to Sunday.
The correct day.
Track 3 tomorrow at 3:30. They take on the Rose City Rollers.
Yeah, the Deep Valley Belligerents still taking on Portland Bridgetown Menace right now on track 3. Up at 11 a.m., Rose City Rosebuds versus the I-5 Roller Girls. Stick around. If you want to watch the Ole Rollers, they don't skate again until tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Ole Rollers versus Terminal City.
Should be another good bout. Miss Spider, it's a pleasure calling with you again.
It's always a pleasure to be at your side on the microphone, Candyman. I will see you again. Bye.